Third stream today. Let's go, boys. Live before lock. Game week 34. We're here with TST and Ghost. How are we doing, boys? What's going on?
How's it going? Doing great.
Good. TST, what's up with you, man?
Things are good. I feel like this is a tough slate, but it's weird. Kind of allowing things to shake out after the trade deadline makes it extra interesting.
Yeah, I know. Because we're still going to be, thanks to Portland Trailblazers medical staff, we're still going to be seeing some guys play for the first time with their new team, so that'll be fun. Hey, we got a lot of fun stuff going on tonight. I appreciate everyone being here. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and then this is what we're doing for our sick giveaway today. In order to qualify, you need to like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag GameOver3. And I want to shout out Momentum Labs and our guy GameOver3, who shipped a couple of, I don't know what he won. He won one of the Super Bowl things, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to donate a rare moment to the show. So we're going to be giving away a rare moment today, even without you getting to us getting to 200. But you know what? I want you to bring the same energy, okay? I want the same energy like you're not getting a rare. And if we hit two, I don't want to move the goalposts. I think if we get 200, I throw another rare in there. I just don't believe in you guys. I don't believe in the chat today. It's Monday. I feel like you're all going to be slacking, so I don't think I'll have to do it.
You don't believe the chat has any friends to invite?
Yeah, I think you guys are all losers. I think myself included. I think we're all a bunch of losers, and we can't get to 200. But we got, so anyways, yeah, do that. We'll give this away. Shout out Momentum Labs, of course, the sponsor of the Live Before Lock show. We use their projections. You can find all that stuff in the show notes. But as we dive into, I guess, like, as I pull up some of the injury news, do you guys have any, like, big picture, over the top slate thoughts as we get into it outside of what we were just talking about with the trades?
I think Miami's lineup is looking pretty in flux right now with Tyler Hero out, opening up some value there. So I'm watching there. Indiana is still waiting to hear about Halliburton and Miles Turner. If either one of those guys is out, obviously that's going to change some things on the slate and open up some value there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Let's just pull up the injury news because that's what we were talking about. So we got Embiid. Embiid is questionable. LeBron, we've already got, is ruled out. AD is probable. Sounds like he's playing. Trae Young's good to go. Like you said, we're still waiting for Hallie. Both Bam and Butler are playing tonight, but Tyler Hero is out. The Kuz is out, so that means Beal and Porzingis become pretty solid again. CJ's questionable. Jamal Murray's questionable for the 48th straight game. Jeremy Grant, who suffered a concuss, he's out. Rudy Gobert's questionable for what also feels like the 87th game. Turner, we talked about. Keldon Johnson sounds like he's good to go. Aaron Gordon is questionable. Wiggs is available. That's good news. And then Collins is questionable. I'm also going to go over to their Twitter. We'll do a quick refresh because I saw Malik Monk has already been ruled out for tomorrow. So, you know, get your Kangs guards ready. Grant Williams is questionable. Malcolm Brogdon, okay, he is probable. Also, shout out Derek Williams, Player of the Week in the Eastern Conference, baby.
Derek
White. Derek White. Dude,
I was like Derek Williams from Arizona.
Derek Williams from Arizona. Oh, God, it's still holding on to Derek Williams stock. Robert Williams is questionable. That's what I was looking at Williams when I said it. Jason Tatum is doubtful. It looks like I thought the Celtics were going to punt the Wednesday game. Looks like they're punting the Tuesday game against the Bucks, which is a bummer. No Tatum, no Brown either, which now makes, all of the Boston value you might have been a little concerned about is just going to pump a little bit more, especially assuming the Bigs miss at least one of those two games. Trey Mann is back. But this is the thing I wanted to point out from the Heat, like you're saying. So the Heat have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys available tonight. 9.5. Udonis Haslem. But we got Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Bam, Haywood Highsmith, Robinson, booyah, Jamal Cain, and Udonis Haslem. So that's what we're figuring out here with the Miami situation.
Whenever you get one of those underdog tweets where it's like, these are the people that are available, they're usually good plays.
I know, right? They're like, hey, especially with Udonis being included in that. Let's just lock and load Udonis tonight. Just kidding. All right. As we get into some of the projections, I kind of like the new format that we've been doing where you guys tell me some of the sexy plays down low, in the middle, and then up top. So we'll start with that. Also, real quick, Football Sports Hub says, what's your opinion on the new All-Star pose cards? Listen, much like my bedroom stuff, I like that we mix it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing the same pose the whole time, you know, you're going to get a little bored. So I think it's important, Football Sports Hub, to continue to mix it up. I'm glad they're doing it. I think some people were freaking out that it affected the amount of cards that are coming out there. It's the same amount of cards. They just changed the face. That's all they did. I think it's cool, but whatever. I'm easily impressed.
Are these kind of like parallels, would you say?
Yeah, they're parallels, except
not a hidden min count.
Yeah. And if you're just getting here because there's millions, go ahead, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag #GameOver3 into the chat for our rare tier card giveaway. Let's get into Momentum Labs, into the projection sheets. This was last updated about an hour ago. We'll start towards the bottom. Let's start with Ghost. Ghost, anybody who down low? Who are your favorite? I don't know, sub 18 guys, sub 20 guys that have been sticking out for you today?
Sub 18. So Nasir Little burned me last week, but we got Jeremy Grant officially out now, so he doesn't have to compete with him. So I kind of like Little again at 12. I think Muscala is a great, interesting play at 14 with the Celtics news, and Talon Horton Tucker is my big play this week.
That's a big one. So I've noted this morning, or maybe it was on value hunting, but Utah had a weird rotation that most recent game, and he was like the only guy off the bench that played like 20 plus minutes. And I was pretty surprised by that. I love it. I love THT. Little, you know what? Screw it. You guys might not be used to these drops, but we're gonna get a THT drop in here, even though it needs to be updated because he doesn't play for the season. All right, TST. Who are you looking at for your cheapos?
Well, just now I'm kind of looking at Peyton Pritchard a little bit more than I might have been. He was projecting decent before, just for like a contender, but now
should get a bump.
We should get a little bit of a bump there, so that's intriguing to me. I also was looking at Nazir Little, like Ghost was. Devontae Graham at 14. Trey Jones is out for the first game.
Yeah.
I think Underdog doesn't have him projected starting, but even if he's coming off the bench, 6-man, like there's a lot of usage to go around in San Antonio. So he's someone, I think he put up a pretty good score last game week.
Yeah, he did. One thing I'll note about that too, I was a little bit nervous about what his looks were going to be like when Keldon Johnson and Sohan came back. Even though I know they were different positions, I was just like, that's going to be less shots. It was less shots in that double overtime game where he was like on fire, but he still was out there for like 25 minutes, I think it was. So that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I think especially with Jones and Langford still out too, you'll have at least one game of still Devontae production at kind of normal levels.
Yeah.
And then one sneaky play maybe is TJ Warren.
Yeah, I like that.
13. We should finally see him in a Suns jersey again. And they gave up a lot of wing usage, and Kevin Durant's not back yet, so he could surprise us a little bit here early on. I think he's supposed to play their first game this week, but
I think he is too. Yeah, especially if he just comes out and chucks in the second unit too, because the second unit doesn't really have anybody, right? So
that's his MO. So
yeah, I will say the one thing I'd be a little bit nervous about in Phoenix is just like everybody else, like Ish Wainwright. With TJ Warren coming back, I'm not saying don't play. I think he's projecting well. I wouldn't say don't play him. Just like there's a lot of unknown, kind of like what we were saying at the top of the show. Before I throw some random dart throws, what are you guys doing with Miami? Because like I know Jamal Cain was getting talked a little bit. It seemed like, listen, I'm someone. All right, we got breaking news. Halliburton's playing. I'm someone who has played Jamal Cain in the past. And Eric's, I feel like Jamal Cain is a step above Udonis Haslem in how much Spo's going to use him. Like those would be the two guys that I'd be the most nervous about. And that might just be because of what I saw before. But I don't know. What are you guys doing with Miami?
So I like the guards on Miami, the rotational guards a little bit more. I like Gabe Vincent a lot. He's been getting a ton of minutes. His cap's still pretty low. I think it's at 18, 19.
Yeah.
Him and Strus, I think, are both good plays tonight. I think it's a bit tougher. I think the guys that you mentioned are good when like Bam is out or some of the bigs. But with Bam playing, he's been playing so many minutes. Like I just don't know how many other minutes are going to be going around there.
Yeah, and I agree with Todd right here. See, Jamal Cain with minutes can get an easy 30. It's just whether he's going to get those minutes. Yeah, I totally agree. I lean with you. Gabe Vincent's probably my favorite in that range. I'm just going to highlight a couple of people that popped out as I go. Someone had asked a question about Bones Highland. I'm going to wait and see approach. Also, real quick, Bones Highland wiling. Like I don't know if you guys saw his press conference where just like went out of his way basically to say he doesn't like Jamal Murray. That was the energy that I got from it, which I thought was hysterical because I love Jamal Murray. The dude put Dome on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, you know, whether you're for that or against that, you have to respect the straightforwardness of the move. So I thought that was kind of nuts, just because Bones hasn't really done anything, you know. So it was kind of, I don't know, just seemed wild. But anyways, I'm not touching Bones this game week. I want to wait and see. I have no idea how they're going to use him. I know we talked about Sammy Hauser a little bit. Like, he's projecting off the charts. If Tatum misses, that makes me like him a little bit more. If Tatum somehow played, like, he has to hit 5 threes. Like, he doesn't do anything else. Like, that's the only way he's going to get there. So, and he can, but I don't know. I was a little buyer beware of Sammy Hauser.
That also might be a situation where Tatum being out is like worse for him too. Like, he might not get as open of looks.
Yeah, that's a great point, right? Like, he's not going to be catching. They're like, dude, Sam, take him off the dribble, kid. Let's see what else. Anybody else down here? I want to make sure if there's anybody else I wanted to hit. Go ahead.
Nick Richards is another one that I wanted to hit.
Yeah.
I think he's been getting enough minutes with how productive those guys. Him and Mark Williams are both productive in the front court when they get minutes. So I think that he's not for the faint of heart because he doesn't always produce, but he's projecting really well, and he's only a 10 cap.
I feel like Nick Richards is pretty safe, but also with Mark Williams, who I wanted to highlight. If Mark Williams gets into foul trouble, like Nick Richards eats, which happened against the Nuggets. I mean, I'm not sure if Nick Richards ate, but Mark Williams, I think, picked up 4 fouls in the first half. So, but anyways, Mark Williams, I think, is obviously still an awesome play. He's got a cap of 18. This feels high, but if he like, I don't know, if he anything over 30, I'm very happy with that at a cap of 18. So I'm still playing Mark Williams. I like him a lot. Torrey Craig is going to project well because he's just going to be out there a bunch, and that's fine. But Xavier Tillman, same thing. Like, I'm not going out of my way to play Xavier Tillman. If I have him, I'll play him. I think, yeah, this, you know, it's like an 8-point difference. So, like, I'll take it, but it's not as sexy. And then Colin Sexton, I don't love as much with Jordan Clarkson back, but he's still fine. And then the last, I mean, obviously, Zach Collins crushed, right, with the cap of 20. We can move into the mid-range now. This Collins, Olynyk, Hayward range is kind of fun. But TSC, why don't you kick us off in, like, this mid-range, 18 to 35 or whatever?
So Collins was, you know, kind of an obvious one that you know, I'm sure is on a lot of people's radar. But Jabari Smith Jr. at 21, you know, he's been a player that's like just been perfect for Sorare in that he puts up like a 50, then he puts up like a 15, a 20 or whatnot. So he has a nice low cap right now. And with all the like Houston, like just, you don't know what you're going to get. He seems to be kind of like consistent in his minutes and usage and stuff like that. With other people going in and out, he seems to kind of play pretty regularly. So he takes advantage of other chuckers being out often. So, and he can kind of just do a lot of things. You know, he can put up a decent score because he gets some steals and blocks with his length. And then, you know, he can knock down some threes. He can score a little bit, but he kind of gets his Sorare score different ways all the time.
I do. I like that. Anybody that can pick up peripheral stats, I'm here for. All right. So we get John Collins ruled out. I'm trying to think, like, I guess DeAndre Hunter maybe gets a few more shots. I don't know. What if they started Capella and Okongwu together? But my guess is they just slide Bogdan into the starting rotation. But okay. All right. What do you got, Ghost? What do you got for me in that range?
So I like the 3 that you mentioned before. Collins, Olynyk, and Hayward are all good plays for me. I think Patrick Williams is interesting. The Bulls have 3 games this week. He's probably going to be a complete dud in at least one of those, but he usually has one game where he goes for 35 and is actually engaged. So he's pretty interesting. And I think that with LeBron out, I think some of the forwards on the Lakers are interesting, like Jared Vanderbilt and Rui might be in play this week, and they're both at 22 there.
Yeah, let me pull those guys up. You said they're at 22. So we've got, let's see, where are they? Here we go. Yeah, Rui with the cap of 22, projection of 27, and Vandy 22 and 23. Yeah, I think taking shots on both of those are fine. Someone was asking too about LeBron. With LeBron being out, will he be out the whole game week? I'm not sure. I don't think LeBron's playing this week. You can take that dart if you want to. I guess the good sign is that he was questionable and he wasn't ruled out immediately. But he's made it very clear, like he's been pretty public, that he's playing through a lot of pain right now. I I don't know. I mean, especially if the Lakers somehow, if they won tonight, I could see them definitely sitting them again. So I'm a little bit nervous of playing LeBron if in that range. I mean, not in that range, but in this game week. Let me see if there's anybody else that pops. I think Chris Middleton, we're starting to get into the range of him being pretty playable. Cam Johnson as well, too. Both of those guys with caps of 23. I feel like they have some solid upside. Any thoughts on those two guys?
Middleton, like he's gonna be a smash play sometime. I just don't know how long. And like I think we're getting there. Like he's starting to, I know he didn't play, but it was a back-to-back recently. Right. But he's, his minutes will slowly go up over time, and he's still like one of their main guys. The thing with Milwaukee is even when they're fully healthy, they don't love to play their guys a lot of minutes, so they do have like quite a bit of depth on that team and don't need to really rely on him as much. But I just want his rare, so I'm all in on him now.
All in on Middleton. All in Middleton. Hey, real quick, just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe, and hashtag GameOver3 into the chat for our man GameOver3. Who I guess GameOver3. He let me know. He shipped the limited contender this week. Came in first. His squad was holy shit. I'm gonna share this. Look at this squad. Let's get this. Someone say, will Tatum play against the Pistons, Jameson? I don't know, man. I'd be a little bit nervous to rock with Tatum right now, to be honest. All right, here we go. Look at this squad right here. Richards, Graham, White, Jalen Turn, and Jordan Poole. I can imagine that came in first by like 20 points.
Yeah, it was a big jump.
I
think it was one of the highest ever too.
Yeah.
I had Duren in my rare contender, and my lineup was pretty crappy other than Duren, and it still placed like a rare tier 3, I think, just because Duren went for like 80. And
that's
the
incredible. All right, I know people are probably anxious for questions, so let's get over what's our favorite MVP plays, and then through the questions we can get through some of the other projections. Anybody, Ghost, you go first this time. Favorite up top guy you're looking at?
Probably Giannis for me in terms of the tippy top of everything. I think that AD is really standing out to me though, with the 2 games and LeBron out for 1. Russ is not there anymore. So him at 45, I'm really interested in trying to fit in places too.
Yeah, AD, because it's funny, even in like the MVP conversation, right? His cap is now like down low enough that he can be your second guy in. Like, I think I'll show my limited champ in a little bit. I got him in there, and he's like his second guy, but he's got a cap of 45, and he's like the 3rd or 4th highest projection of the night, which is kind of nice. What about you, TSD?
I might go like Dame, with Grant out. That just he's been playing amazing lately. So he's kind of on one of his runs right now. So maybe Grant's out. He feels that he, needs to jack up even more threes. So I think I'd go with him.
Yeah, he's got a nice right cap, 56, all the way up to 61. I mean, this is, easy, right? Luka's got a cap of 52 and a projection of 62. I mean, that's like obviously pretty nice. I wanted to try. There was one other person a little bit lower. I think it was James Harden. Yeah, LaMelo Ball and James Harden. Both have caps of 42 and mid 50s projections. LaMelo's been really, really good lately. So I'd keep firing LaMelo. He's going to just take so many shots. He's going to take so many shots. Him and Terry Rozier. Oh my God, Todd, I promise, dude, we always do the questions towards the end. He's asked us like 15 times. Should I play Jamal Cain or Derek Jones Jr.? Kind regards, Joe Rogenzold. I don't know. How do we feel about that?
So Derek Jones is very situational. I feel like he doesn't always get minutes, and Jamal Cain doesn't get minutes either. So I'm not in love with either of those plays. Yeah. I would probably go towards Derek Jones Jr. over Cain personally, but
yeah, the 3 games of Derek Jones Jr. You just hope some people sit, right? Like that's what you're doing. Is that what you do, TST, as well?
Yeah, like I would say Derek Jones Jr. has like a chance to play in any one of those games. Yeah. Not that he will play in every one of those games, but Cain probably only has a chance of playing like tonight, and that's it.
That's true.
So I'd probably swing at that with Derek Jones Jr. I don't love either of those. And that being said, like I have a Cain rare that I won. So he's in my contender lineup as of right now, but I'm working trying to get any way off of him. So
if you play the Derek Jones Jr., that means you have to watch the Bulls too, which is like gouging your eyes out. So that's something to take into consideration.
That's a great point. I saw a question in the chat here about Dame or Embiid up top. I know you already it was Philip. Yeah, I know we already said Dame. I don't know. Ghost, are you on the Dame train as well?
Yeah, I mentioned it a couple game weeks ago. I still think Dame is kind of in that locked in mode where like we're going to see a 50-point, 60-point game from him anytime now. So
yeah,
I'd probably go with the heater on Dame.
All right, here we go. I like somebody. Yeah, Jobs asked if we talked about the postcards yet, and I love Flo answered. Yes, we have. Mike likes postcards because he's easy to impress. Trent is asking. We haven't talked really about these guys, Ant-Man or Porzingis. We just mentioned that Kuz is out, so Porzingis gets a bump. But I haven't talked about Edwards at all. Minnesota disappointed a little bit this past game week, but how do we feel about these two guys? So Ant-Man and Porzingis, one is a Ant cap 45, projection of 48. Zanger cap of 44, projection of 42. That was probably before the Kuzma news, though.
Yeah, so Edwards has been on a little bit of a downtrend. He's got 31, 32, 29, 56, and 31. So he's been consistently in the 30s now for about 5 games. So I'd probably go with Porzingis with the 3 games and no Kuzma.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough. What about you, TST?
I'd probably go Porzingis too. I feel like just his style of play gives him a little higher ceiling or ability to hit that ceiling more often, just with the blocks and just like big rebounding games. Whereas Ant, a little more reliant on just like putting up big scoring numbers, which doesn't tend well in Sorare. So I'd probably go Porzingis and give me the extra 1 cap too.
Yeah, the 1 cap in the extra game, I think I would use it as a tiebreaker. I feel like Ant-Man's ceiling is higher, but whatever. I think I'd roll with Porzingis because it's a little bit closer. Why don't you guys weigh on this? So both of you can weigh in on this. Christian said Luka's projection is high considering that he's playing with Irving, isn't it? How are you guys? Do you guys think that is the case, that he's going to get a knock moving forward? Or I don't know. TST, what do you think about that?
I just think we see his ceiling less often, but I don't think his ceiling has changed, and I don't think his overall production will change that much, really.
Yeah. What about you, Ghost?
I think it's going to be interesting to watch the first couple games as they gain chemistry. So I think we're going to need to watch to see how they play together. I know that Luka had a slow game in his first game there, but I agree with TST that I think the ceiling is still there, and he's still a generational talent that's going to be amazing regardless.
Yeah, he might not get 70 every week, right? What he was doing. You'd be like, oh, well, Luka will get at least a 70, but he's going to get 60 every week. He's still going to get 60. And then occasionally he's going to get 90. We'll have some weird shit like that.
Kyrie has been known not to play some games too, in case people haven't remembered.
I know. All right, here we go. We got 2 Poole and Levine type questions in a row. So Alex says Poole or Levine, and then MASC Collectible says Levine, Derek White, Jordan Poole. Pick 2 of the 3. So we can, I guess, answer this one first. Just let's rank them 1, 2, and 3. So Ghost, rank those 1, 2, and 3.
Oh man, I'd probably go Jordan Poole, Derek White, Levine. Honestly.
Wow, and he's a Bulls fan. He is a Bulls fan too. That is wild.
Anti-homer take.
What about you, TST?
I'm going Poole, Levine, Derek White.
I'm going Derek White, kid. Derek White, the best balling. No, I will say Brogdon looks like he's going to play, but no Tatum. So White should still eat with no Marcus Smart too. So I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Jordan Poole, White, Levine. That's what
I think there's a little recency bias going on here.
Derek White's been good for a couple game weeks now, 4 in a row.
Levine and DeRozan have both been struggling a lot. Vooch has really been the only one that's been consistently producing on the Bulls right now.
Yeah, shout out to DeMar DeRozan, who's taken a shit since I purchased his rare. Awesome, love it. I think he's been my least scoring player out of all my I hate him. All right, Gabe Vincent or Devontae Graham. How do we feel about that one? Ghost, sorry.
Devontae Graham or Gabe Vincent. Ooh, I like both of those plays. Do we know how many games each of them have?
The Miami's got 2, right? And then the Spurs have 2. I believe they both have 2.
Okay, 2. I'd probably go with Gabe Vincent, but just because he gets a lot more minutes and is guaranteed, we're not sure if Devontae Graham is going to have his full minutes going forward with some guys coming back.
Yeah. What about you, TST?
Yeah, I'm Gabe Vincent. His cap's not that much higher than Graham's, is it? Is it?
It's just 16? A 4-point difference. I think Gabe is 8. Gabe's 17 or 18, and Graham's 14.
Yeah, I still like Gabe Vincent a little more, especially with tonight's situation.
Oh my God, Dustin said, did someone say Ant-Man? Quantumania in theaters this Friday. Get Paul Rudd on the show. Why isn't he advertising? Why isn't he advertising on Team Hold? Let me ask you that, Dustin. All right, thoughts on Simone Fontecchio. So he's projecting well in the sense that his cap is 2, I think. I don't remember how many minutes he played in this last game. So he's got a cap of 3 and a projection of 8.5. I mean,
he played 4 minutes last game and put up a 0.
You can probably find a better spot. Hallier was asking about Tyrese Maxey. Listen, I've been saying this for a while. Maxey's a 6th man now. We got to treat him like a 6th man. He's coming off the bench, and like there's going to be games where he's like Jamal Crawford. Like he's going to go 12 for 13 in like 22 minutes, score like 30 points. But then there's going to be games like the last game where he had 12 points. Like that's just going to happen. I don't know. Are you guys like forcing Maxey in if you have him?
I have his rare, so I always have to kind of look at it. His cap's finally in a spot where it's like okay based on like his 6-man situation, but like last game week was fine. He was a good play because of the one game, but like both those games he had over 30 minutes, and you can see the production difference. Like even when he gets minutes, like he put up like a score in the like low 40s and then one at like 17. So he's not like early season where we were like going nuts about him. And so he's definitely a frustrating one. His cap's at 27 now. If that cap gets like 22, 25, I think that's where you're more like trying to jam him in. And right now he's just like, I don't mind playing him. But his cap was up in the 30s for a while, and it was just like I couldn't play him.
It was too tough. A couple things. I want to remind the people to like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Game Over 3. Hashtag Game Over 3. We have 127 entrants. We're giving away a rare tier card. This is your shot at it. If we get over 200, which at 163, we'll make it 2 rare tiers. But I don't believe in you. The other thing I'll say too, listen, I know this is not a requirement. Last time I did this, someone got really upset. I think his name was Jeremy. If you, there's so many questions coming in, and I know I'm missing some. Some are putting them in multiple times. I get it. If you guys do a super chat, it can be for $1. I will guarantee to read it like immediately. So I'm just putting that out there. If you need your question answered and I'm not getting to it in a timely fashion, because TST is long-winded, so it takes a while for me to get to the next question. Ricky says Brogdon should be playing tomorrow. It looks like Brogdon's good to go. Zealy, Middleton, and Eubanks, or Rui, or Suggs, and Zealy, Zealy, ask that again. I don't know. Middleton and Eubanks or Rui and Suggs makes sense, but what is the PJ? All right, Jeb said Okongwu or Sohan. Let's take a look at these projections here. Jeb is like legally required to put this question in every time. Okongwu's going to cap at 25 and projection at 22. It's going to be Sohan, right? Sohan's got a cap of 24 and a projection at 24. Do either of you guys have a lean hard one way or the other?
I'd probably lean Sohan.
Yeah.
The Collins news makes me kind of want to lean Okongwu, but because I think Sohan was on a minutes limit, and I think he's still supposed to be on a minutes limit.
Ooh,
I'm not
really?
mistaken. Yeah, which is like it's in the 20s though. So
yeah, he played 21 minutes last game and had 42 sober points. So he still produced pretty well.
Give me pregnant Rihanna. Anybody like Travel Addict guy said Andy Reid right away. Anybody that chooses Andy Reid belongs in prison. Veronica says Buddy or Ingram. I think this is a pretty fun one. Ingram like playing his way back in. No Zion for the next month at least. So Ingram's going to cap at 35 and a projection of 39. I got to imagine that's better than Buddy, right? Cap at 36, projection at 35. We know Hallie's in. I don't know. Ghost, what do you think?
I'd lean Ingram there just for the upside.
I think I would too.
And I think CJ McCollum is also questionable. I'm not sure if we've gotten a status on him yet.
Oh, I can check right now. Then we can answer this question because this is about CJ. Well timed. All right, let me see if there's any other NBA news that came in the last few minutes. Jeremy Sohan's available to play. Dougie McBucket's ruled out. Keldon Johnson's going to play. Bogdan will play. That's it. That's all I got. All right, so we'll come back to that one. Embiid or Jokic, man, that's like, dude, you're good.
Yeah,
Embiid. Yeah, yes. Embiid's actually been putting. It's weird. Like Jokic has been doing a lot of 26, 13, and 10s, and Embiid is doing 38 and 15. So like, you just got to pick which one you want.
How do you want to get your points?
Yeah, exactly. Somebody said Bull. We're gonna do a drop because we haven't done one in a while.
Bull.
His first name is Bull and his last name is Bull?
No, yeah.
Legs!
Long legs.
Oh my god! I bet his legs are taller than my whole body. I'm leaving you for Bull. Like,
Bobo is so frustrating, right? Cap at 12 and a projection of 17. He's a fantasy monster. They're just not playing him anymore.
He's been steadily surpassed by Mo Wagner in the lineup. I feel like Mo took all of his minutes, and now him and Bamba just don't really play that much.
It's so.
Oh, Bamba's gone, I guess.
Yeah, Bamba's gone. Yeah, it's so frustrating. All right, here we go. Vincent says he's composing his first limited today. You got Kyrie, Paul George, Drew Holiday, and Grant Williams. Need another play. Okay, I like this question, Vincent, because I thought you were just about to say, "How did I do?" All right, so you need a cap of 30 here. Is that? Wait, what did I do? What's going on here? Oh, is it because I searched Bull? What happened there? What did I do? Hold on. Sorry,
I think the whole sheet is sorted differently now. It's looking like that on my end too.
What is John? All right, it looks like we're back here. Oh my God,
fix it over here if not.
John is going wild.
Yeah.
All right, who are we looking up? Oh, cap at 30. That's what we're doing. A cap at 30. Man, I thought I was.
You got Derek White right there at 30.
There you go, Derek White. Look, a projection 41. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a good one. Derek White's pretty good. Other options here: Boyan, Jalen Williams. Let's actually look a little lower, see if anybody's popping. Yeah, like PJ Washington. He was projecting pretty well.
He's buying one too, I think. So
yeah,
we don't want to be someone that's popping like crazy.
Right. That's Maxey. I guess there's your Maxey guy. Here we go. Andrew Wiggins, cap at 26, projection at 37. He's playing. That's probably not super expensive. How about that one? Also, 24 away. Are we really going to hit 200 tonight? Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag game over3. Go share this. So listen, we'll give away 2 rares. Name a stream. Name a show that's giving away 2 rares in one show. That sounds like something that would be on the Sports Hub porn site that we were talking about earlier. 2 rares, 1 show, 1 stream. 1 stream would have been better. All right, Ronan says Sexton or THT cap difference don't matter. I'm going to make Ghost answer this one because he was pro THT earlier, but he was pro Colin Sexton last week.
I'm pro both of them, honestly. That's a tough call. What's the projections looking like here?
Yeah, let's go back over here. I forget who are the dudes. Sexton was popping a lot. He is going to cap a 19 and projection at 31. And Talon cap a 15 and projection at 26. He did say cap does not matter.
I'd probably go THT. Sexton, like you said, worries me just a little bit with Clarkson back, and THT kind of has a carved out role there, as it seems anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that. TST, we got Devin Booker questions. How are we feeling about Devin Booker? Seems like they're slowly up in his minutes here. He's got a cap of 36 and a projection of 45. Devin Booker seems like a great play.
Yeah, sign me up for that.
And they do have 2 games too. I like having 2 shots, especially when a guy's coming back from an injury like this. I like having 2 shots where it's like John Moran having 1 game. Fine, I'll roll out John Moran. But I like having a couple of shots there. What about a Canadian? Wow, that's how far back on the chat I am. Yeah, Canadian dollar will also get you a question. Miles Turner is out. Okay, is that what happened? That's why Tice is popping. God, we got a little German here. The Tice party, Schnitzel power. All right, there we go. I love that. I never know how that's going to come out, so it's fun to do it. Fenny in the chat saying the hairline's still the GOAT. Crypto Gem founder. Embiid is not out. He's just, right? I don't think he's out. That's just him trolling. That's his famous troll, but Embiid is questionable, so we have to double check. Aaron Gordon ruled out. Good Lord. Is Jamal Murray ruled out again? God damn it. All right. So Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon being ruled out. Bruce Brown, Michael Porter Jr. I don't know if we know if Reggie Jackson's going to play tonight, but Reggie Jackson might be a good play. I don't know snap reactions. Well, how are we feeling about the Nuggets right now?
Yeah, like Jokic a little bit more. I feel like it'll be even more stats for him if I think that he's confirmed playing, right?
Yeah. Jokic is playing. It's just they're going to be without Gordon and they're going to be without Jamal Murray, which it's 2 starters.
Is Reggie Jackson confirmed? I knew that he said he was going to sign with them, but I don't know if it's legally signed yet to where he's going to be playing.
Yeah, because it might be just Christian Brown. Is that who we're playing today?
Christian Brown probably. Man, Jokic usage goes through the roof when they're both out. When they're both out, his usage goes from 27.7 to 41.9.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. Reggie hasn't. Wow, that's insane. Reggie hasn't signed yet. So, my God. Yeah. So with no Reggie, Vlicko, yeah, Chanchar maybe. Chanchar gets a bump. All right. So this is how I'd rank my Nuggets. Sorry. I just like saying this is how I'd rank them. This is how I'd rank my Nuggets. Obviously Jokic is 1. I think Michael Porter Jr. has to be 2. Michael Porter Jr. is going to take 10 threes today. And then I think Bruce Brown is next. I think Bruce Brown is going to get a really nice bump here. He's going to do some playmaking stuff. So I like Bruce Brown. And then, man, I guess Christian Brown.
KCP, I think.
Yeah, KCP too. But KCP does the same shit. Like it's like Bruce Brown, I know can get you 14, 10, and 6. KCP has to go 6 for 8 from 3. You know?
Yeah. They're all great now, though, to be honest. You take it out 2 major pieces there.
I'm so pissed off. I got to change everything.
Do we know is Thomas Bryant playing tonight?
Yeah, Thomas Bryant should be on the team. He was acquired in the trade. But yeah, do they run Jokic and Bryant out there at the same time?
Man, I don't know. I think I lean Bruce Brown though too over.
Yeah,
KCP.
I do. I think I like. Yeah, so John Jackson, if you're listening, Bruce Brown. Hold on, I'm gonna do. Let's go to. I'm sorry, I'm gonna fix this right now just to show you what I'm going through. Maybe the thought process helps. So I think that affects my. This is what I had for my limited champion here. So I had John Morant, AD, Mark Williams, Zach Collins, Sabonis. I actually don't think I'm going to change anything here. This is fine.
That's a great lineup.
Right?
How did this affect that?
I'll show you. I thought Andrew Wiggins was in that lineup. And what I'm thinking now, I had Jamal Murray. I thought Wiggins was in that one. But I think now Porter Jr. becomes like a smash play here. And then I still like Wiggins at his range, right? And like, do you guys, what do you think about Watford? His name hasn't really come up yet.
He just seems like he kind of is going to be like solid. He doesn't have much of a ceiling, and probably helps a little bit not having Grant, but like nothing crazy. But I just think he's nice for a contender. You're willing to risk Wiseman again?
No. Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm either going to move off. Wiseman, I think, is going to play on Wednesday. Their game's not till Wednesday. Also, we're 11 away, baby. 11 away from 200 for a second rare. Like the stream, subscribe, #GameOver3. Let's make that magic happen. We'll give away 2 rares if we get 11 more people. Did we get any more subs too? Sorry, this is what my brain does. We got to check live. Yeah, 2 more. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So if I go from, they both have the same cap. I just feel like Wiseman has way higher ceiling, but a way lower floor, obviously, right? His floor is 0. Yeah. And then I don't know. Let's see. So we get up to 29. Do I have anybody sexy in 29? Gafford with 3 games and no Kuzma, or DFS. I don't know. Do we like anybody over there?
I like Gafford.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other, yeah.
Watford scares me, man.
Yeah, let's go Wiseman, baby. Wait, why does he scare you?
He's gone 3 straight games now under 20. I just don't like guys that don't have like a huge ceiling to begin with. And like if he's going to be getting in the teens and then not have a high ceiling, like I just don't see the upside personally.
Well, let me show you this then. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. Look at it. This is like no sex appeal in this line, right? No sex here. DeRozan, Tillman. Mark Williams is sex. Eubanks and Watford. This lineup sucks.
Mark Williams is carrying that lineup right there.
Yeah, because DeRozan sucks. All right, that's fine. And then, all right, now I need to get, if I'm not using Watford here, we got to get him in the underdog, right? So we'll get, I don't even know. Let's just put Watford instead of Branham for a second, because I don't really want to play Moody. Anybody, let's see. We'll just throw in Drummond. Drummond 3 games is just
Vucevic. 3 Andre Drummond.
Oh, wait, do I have Chanchard?
Yeah, he's right there.
What? You mean Brown?
He's right underneath.
Is that not how are you sure?
Sharp is with an S.
Oh, I thought you said Chanchar.
No, I said Shaden Sharp.
Yeah, but now I just realized what I screwed up. Guys, we went over there to fix the Nuggets. Oh. It looked like Wiseman and Wiggins were the same player there for a second. I was like, wait, what the fuck? All right, we need Christian Brown in this lineup, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's get off Gafford and let's go down to the 23 range. Cam Johnson.
Ooh, Josh Green.
Josh Green. That's who you like the best out of these?
I don't know. I just get excited when I see Josh Green these days.
I like Cam Johnson or Josh Green.
Let's do it. All right, there we go. Now, okay, we're done with my questions. I'm sorry, guys. I needed to do that. I needed to fix that in real time. 199. We're one away from making dreams come true. Like the stream, subscribe, #game over. Tim Hardaway Jr. is out. We're going back to Josh Green.
Man, we got some wild drops here.
I know, this is crazy. All right, let me double check Underdog here to see how that affects things, just to make sure that's true. Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. ruled out. Nets are starting Dinwiddie, Bridges, Johnson, DFS, and Claxton. All right, so Tim Hardaway Jr., what's easy about this is it's like, okay, Josh Green gets a bump. Reggie Bullock gets a bump. That's it, right? Like, I mean, that maybe Jaden Hardy, but like that's it to me. The other guy I wanted to talk about, speaking about the Nets starting lineup, is Cam Johnson. So I tried to say this 2 weeks ago or last week or whatever, and I was so wrong. Cam went out there and dropped like 44 and then 43 points or whatever. He only played 18 minutes in the second game this weekend. What are you guys doing with Cam Johnson now that what's his cap at now? It's like
I see him at 28 minutes.
You see him playing 28 minutes?
Yeah, 28 minutes and 36 over points. His cap is at 23.
That's at 23. Thank you. I was typing in Cam Johnson. No, I'm sorry, Cam Thomas. Sorry, was I saying Cam Johnson that whole time? Sorry, I meant Cam Thomas. How do we feel about Cam Thomas here? He's got a cap at 27, projection of just under 20. Where are we at there?
I'm sad because I think our Cam Thomas ride is over for the time being, at least with him going up to 27 cap and with all these new guys coming in. I just don't know if he's gonna get the minutes to hit a 27 cap there.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone's like, dude, are you talking about Cam Thomas? Yeah, that was my bad. What about you, TST?
The problem with Cam Thomas going off is that he went off every single game of the game weeks. So he went off for 3 straight games. So now his cap is just so affected by that like his ceiling of like outscoring his cap right now without someone else being out is just not worth it.
Someone just said, our man Mad Gaming says Jeremiah Robinson Earl is starting. I actually think this is an intriguing play. I know he's not going to project well. I also don't think anyone's going to pay up for him. But a cap of 22, like,
I can't believe he has a cap of 22 when he hasn't played in like 30 games.
I know, but I think
he was killing it when he was starting right before.
Ready? Would you play JRE over Eubanks?
Ooh,
I might.
No.
But I don't. Eubanks is boring. I just don't like playing Eubanks.
Do you have his rare? Is it for your rare one?
Yeah. What's the price on JRE right now? No one else buy it, by the way.
The price on him.
Yeah, you shout out Sorare NBA Squad, by the way. If you didn't check out that show on Wednesday, we did a show last Wednesday that was just like a big brain strategy show.
It's 32.
$32?
Yeah.
Here I come to save the day. I can't wait to be so pissed about this. I think I like him better than Eubanks. Right?
Jeremy Grant being out doesn't affect anything for you?
Well, I got Watford, and then at least I'm not playing them both. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
All right.
Mike's riding or dying with the rotational bigs on Portland there.
Yeah, and OKC, like the two teams that are impossible to predict. Guys, everybody go buy the JRE. I'm going to relist. Did we not hit 200 yet, by the way? Oh, 200. Let's go. We're giving away 2 rares. One of them probably ends up being Jeremy
Eubanks.
Yeah, or Eubanks. All right, let's get back to some of these questions here. Trae Young or Paul George, and what do y'all think is okay? You guys are so sneaky with these 2 questions at a time. Trae Young or Paul George, who are you guys taking?
Paul George.
I don't have a strong lean. Yeah, I'd probably lean Paul George, but I don't think there's a huge gap between them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean Trae Young. I'm gonna lean Trae Young, but I don't care either way. All right, let me get more questions here. Charles Bassey's available to play. That might not seem like something, but he was really good earlier this season, and that was with Pirtle still on the team. Yeah, I think he played over the weekend. I think actually Bassey played over the weekend, but I like him. Zelu is saying Herder 1 game or Eubanks or Rui. The one nice thing about Herder is no Malik Monk, so maybe they extend his run a little bit. Do you guys have a preference there? I mean, I guess Rui with no LeBron.
I'd probably lean Rui there.
Rui?
Yeah.
What about you, TST?
Yeah, Rui no LeBron is more interesting than Herder no Monk.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Trent says, Ant-Man, and Nas. Not, oh man, oh god. All right, Ant-Man and Nazir Little, or Jordan Poole and Maxey or Gobert. So I guess it's like who do you trust more, Ant ceiling or the safety of like two of those guys? If Rudy Gobert is in, I think I'm going Poole and Gobert.
Yeah,
I hate playing Gobert.
Yeah.
I like Poole, and I like I'd probably lean Poole and Gobert personally.
Yeah, I think that's where I would go to. Brissett is a good pick. He has been popping. We can pull up his projections right here. But he's got, oh wait, no, I guess that's been updated. No, his projections are bad now. I thought he was like really popping earlier. But I wonder with the injury news if he's no longer popping.
I saw a comment earlier up in the chat too, mentioning Ish Smith, which could be a little sneaky play on Denver with Jamal Murray out. He's only a 6 cap, and he's already been playing. He played 20 minutes, 14 minutes, 29 minutes in his last 3. So good to see some expanded minutes there.
God, let's see what's Ish Smith's cap. No, I'm not buying anything else. All right, and what else you got? Ingram and Ish Smith or Max Strus and Josh Green? All right, I like this. This is a good question because it feels like all of these guys are guys we've talked about now. All right, pick one, Ghost. Who you got?
I'm going the Ingram Ish Smith side.
Ingram Ish Smith. What about you, TST?
I'm going Max Strus, Josh Green, only because of that new Tim Hardaway Jr. news.
I'm gonna Ish Smith drops 50 tonight. I'm going Ish and Ingram, baby, and I like the alliteration. Nick Richards or Jalen Suggs? Why is Nick? I like this, Carol. I love this question because you're like, I guess I have to ask, do I play Nick Richards or Jalen Suggs? Because you idiots tell me he's projecting. They traded Plumlee from the Hornets, so they are left with 2 bigs. Really, they're left with Mark Williams and Nick Richards. And Nick Richards, I mean, he was solid earlier in the season, and now he's playing a little bit more. I don't know. I like Nick Richards. Would either of you guys pick Jalen Suggs over Richards?
I would pick Suggs.
You would pick Suggs? What about you, TST?
I think Suggs has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, I'm going Dick.
I think Suggs is guaranteed for more minutes. I think like he's got 25 minutes built in. Nick Richards will be happy if he gets 25 minutes.
Yeah, I think he's guaranteed like 20. Right? I don't know. I agree. I guess I agree with you that Suggs is safer, but I'm going Dick. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, Lostron. He says with Jamal and Gordon out, does that make Jokic a better pick with him having higher responsibility? Yeah, TSD, do you still have that stat in front of us about Jokic just being absolutely out of control?
Yeah, his usage goes from like 27 to like 40 something when Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray aren't there. 27 to 42.
Yeah. With no Turner, too, we should mention Isaiah Jackson, cap of 17, projection of 22. That gets a little bit of a boost. Right, Turner's been ruled out. I didn't just make that up at the top of my head.
I think someone said that in the chat. I don't know if they said that on Underdog.
Okay. Miles Turner.
Yeah, he's back. He's ruled out. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Dinwiddie, Bridges, CJ for contender. We get a pick 1. So I think we're still waiting on the CJ news, right? I mean, Dinwiddie and Bridges are both interesting. I think I'd probably pick one of those two. What about you guys?
I'd probably go with Dinwiddie, but I really like the value on the Nets. Like all those guys, Cam Johnson, Dinwiddie, Bridges are all kind of interesting to me. They're just not like a real superstar to take up a ton of usage. Yeah,
it feels like too like somebody could pop for 50, but it feels like they all could get 35 too. Do you know what I mean? Like they could all get there, which I like. Would you guys say Jokic is your favorite MVP now?
I'd be somewhat tempted to say that. I had a Giannis originally, but I mean Jokic with expanded usage when he already has a ton of usage and points to begin with. I mean, that's pretty tempting.
There was a game against Sacramento earlier in the season where I think Jamal Murray was out and either one of Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon were out. I think the Nuggets ended up losing this game too, but Jokic was just like, I'm going to score every bucket. And he went for 40 and 18 or something like that. I could just see that. I could see that happening. All right, here we go. Brooke Lopez or Denny Avdia. There we go. That's a fun one. Brolo's been kind of balling lately. But so is Denny. Brooke Lopez here. We've got a cap of 29 and a projection of 30. Denny's got a cap of 30 and a projection of 27. So Brolo projects a little bit better. Do you guys have a strong preference for either one of those two?
I think Brooke Lopez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Denny's cap's got too high for me right now.
Yeah. I do like with Kuzma out, I feel like that's a little extra run for Denny, but I agree. Laurie Markkinen over LeBron now with LeBron missing the first game. I'm not touching LeBron this game week. That might be a flaw in my game, but that's what I'm not. I would go Laurie. Is anybody taking LeBron?
Nope, I'd go Laurie as well.
Yeah.
This is a fun one. Trent says Roby or Chanchar, cap doesn't matter. I try to tell everybody this. Roby is a fouling machine that loves exercise, okay? And so you might not get a ton of usage out of it. Like, Roby started that game against Detroit. It was like 3 points, 3 rebounds in like the first minute and a half, 3 fouls. We never see Roby again. I think he still had a solid game, but just he's so dangerous. Chanchar definitely will have some risk here, but I think I would take Chanchar. Is anybody going the Roby route?
No, he sucks.
Okogie or Josh Prince, Torian Prince. Okogie's like been balling for Phoenix. I think I would take Okogie. Do you guys care either way?
I'd go with Okogie too. I think I keep thinking that he's gonna like fall out of the lineup, and he just never does.
Cap of 19, a projection of 30. That must be an update. That is huge. Shout out Josh Okogie. All right, CJ and Mark Williams or Jimmy Butler and Nasir Little. Let's assume CJ plays in this scenario because this is a fun one. I think Jimmy Butler has a higher ceiling, especially with the current Miami roster construction. Who are you taking in these two? TSC, you go first.
Think Butler Little.
Butler Little. What about you, Christian? I mean, Christian Ghost. I'm reading
Jesus commercials from
between that and his
really got you.
Yeah.
I think I'd go CJ Mark Williams. I like Mark Williams' upside a lot more than Little's. And CJ and Butler are kind of close to me if CJ plays. Yeah,
that is tough. I think I would go CJ Mark Williams. Not a lot of questions about Bam. Bam is an awesome play today, by the way. I think Bam's a great game week play. I think the Atlanta matchup will be fine for him. That's also a great point by Magnum Coley said Roby is worthless now with Bassey available to play. Yeah, I think I'd argue worthless already. Bates Jop or is it Monty Morris? I don't know what Bates isn't projecting as well with all the boys back this week. He's got a cap of 21 and a projection of 15. I'm assuming is it
Marcus Morris? Is that 19 cap?
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, so it would be Marcus Morris here, right?
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Think Zach Collins is going to project high again. Yeah, everybody's on board with Zach Collins, right?
Yep.
Man, I know we talked about this earlier. I just love this that everybody is like, man, am I really valuing Derek White more than Zach LaVine right now in raw points? TSC, you're on the LaVine train, right?
Have to be.
Yeah, but Ghost, you're with Derek White?
Zach LaVine and his coach literally hate each other. All the teammates hate each other. The Bulls are a dumpster fire. Give me Derek White.
Shouldn't do it in February on Black History Month, but give me Derek White. What else we got here? We got Jalen Johnson or AJ Griffin. Yeah, I guess Jalen Johnson is back in the picture here. We haven't talked about him at all. He's still not projecting very well. And AJ Griffin, who I can't – is it A period, J period? I guess AJ Griffin projects better. Do you guys – are either of you trying to get any of them in your lineups?
AJ Griffin's been barely playing or producing, really. Let me look up Jalen Johnson here, but I'm not super interested in either of them off the top of my head. I mean, Jalen Johnson's got better numbers in the last 5, and but neither one of them are super attractive in my opinion.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I think I would lean AJ Griffin, but I don't feel great about it. Hamy's saying Şengün, Isaiah. Oh wait, okay, Şengün and Isaiah Jackson versus Jalen Williams and Franz Wagner, which is kind of fun because that Isaiah Jackson news. So it's basically like a balance versus a top and a bottom. I don't know, Ghost, where do you lean here?
I lean Şengün and Jackson there.
I think I do too. What about you, TST?
I think Jalen Williams and Franz.
There you go. A lot of debate. AJ, I can't believe this is up here. But Gordon Hayward or Christian Brown. So Hayward was like really projecting well, right? With a cap of 20 and a projection of 30. Let's see. Do we have an update on Brown too? This hasn't been updated yet, I don't think, although it says it has. But a cap of 18 and projection of 15. I think Christian Brown's closer to like a 25. But you guys, are we both picking Gordon Hayward here?
I think you got to go Hayward.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, let's remind the people.
TST looks like he doesn't agree.
Well, okay.
Because you never want to say the words, I'm picking Hayward.
Very true.
Very true. That's a great point. Let's listen, we're 55 minutes in. We'll take a few more questions, I promise, but just a couple of housekeeping things, right? So like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag #GameOver3. There's 207 watching. We're at 183 entrants. Make sure you do that now. We're giving away 2 rares in like 5 minutes. Before we get back to the questions, though, Ghost, hit us with some of the content you're doing. I'm going to drop a link to your article, your Substack that you wrote today, but hit us with some of that.
Yeah, if you like this show, do a very similar kind of rundown of the game week, value picks, or game week rewind of what went on the previous game week, all for Lucky Trader. So feel free to check that out and subscribe, and you could get that in your inbox every Monday and Friday for each game week.
Oh, yeah. TST, what about you? Hit us with some stuff.
Head over to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Got game week previews all the time. I try to get them out a little earlier so you can kind of beat the rush to the market when possible. So you can check that out.
I dropped both of those links to the Lucky Trader piece as well as TST's YouTube, so make sure you check that out. If this is your first time here, we do this show on Mondays and Fridays at 5:30 Eastern. We also do a daily NBA show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. It's a little morning show. We do a live stream. You can also find it in podcast form. We do 2 episodes of Value Hunting a week. We do a little bit of everything. We also have a fun show on Wednesday with Billy Jackson, who runs the Sorare Optimizer. So check that out. And then Thursday morning, I believe we're having a special guest, Tim Livingston, who created the podcast Whistleblower, is going to come on and talk because they have some new episodes coming out that are dropping next week. So he's going to come on and talk about that as well. So we have a lot of content over here. You can find all of our links in the show notes in the description. I'll drop a link to the Discord too. If you're not in the Discord, please join the Discord. Also sign up for the VIP. It's like $1.99. It gets you into the gated channels that talk about Sorare all the time, both NBA and on the football side of things. It also gives us a little like love so we can make more content and give away more rare things. And I'll also say one more thing. Next Monday, this show is going to be on TST's channel, maybe on Friday as well. We'll find out.
I think we're good for Friday. I think.
Okay, so on Friday and Monday, TST and Ghost are going to take you there. Maybe Noam joins you on Friday as well. I'm going to be in Utah. I'm going to the NBA All-Star Game weekend. I'm very excited to be doing some content there. So it's going to be good times, good times. All right, last call. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag #GameOver3 into the chat. We're going to spin this here in a couple of minutes. Let me do one last run around here on Underdog, which is no longer here. All right, hold on. What other things do we have? We've got Caruso's a game time decision. I thought Sorare Squad put in the chat that Paul George was on a minutes restriction. I haven't seen that yet, but if that is true, let's pay attention to that. All right, if you had to choose between Dennis Smith Jr. or Mark Williams, who are you guys taking? It's Mark Williams, right? Yeah.
Mark Williams.
Yeah, it's Mark Williams. What about Beal? Yeah, we didn't talk about Beal really.
How did we not mention this?
How did we not mention it? Bradley Beal, who actually he had a solid game week over the weekend. I think he put up like 36 points or like real life points over the weekend. Cap at 32, projection at 36, no coups. You guys both on board with Beal?
He's gone over 40 in 4 straight games now, and he's only at a 32 cap, so definitely on board with that.
I built my limited champion lineup around him, so.
There you go. We got a couple more good ones. Okogie or Kelly Olynyk, TST?
Okogie.
Yeah, I'm going to go Okogie as well. All right, Ghost, this one's for you. MPJ, with all the injury news, or Brolo? Brolo. City Keen, yes, Jamal Murray is out. All right, TST, this is for you. Pick one. Jabari Smith, Neesmith, who has burned every single one of my over-under parlays for the last 3 weeks, or Colin Sexton?
I'll do one better. I'll rank them for you. Jabari Smith, Sexton, Neesmith.
Yes, sir. In that order. Boston Base says, how did you not mention it? What do you mean?
Beal.
I mentioned everything. Huh? Yeah.
Beal, maybe?
Oh, Beal, yeah. Evening, guys. How are you feeling about Trenton Watford? Shout out George, by the way, with Grant out. No one feels good about it, but some of us are playing him.
We feel better about it.
Yeah, we feel better that he's out, but we still don't feel hot. Peyton Pritchard, yes. We're right. We all agree that Pritchard's a pretty solid player with all those dudes missing. Although it dinged a little bit with Brogdon back.
Yeah.
Isaiah Jackson, Jalen Noel, Terrence Davis, pick 2. I mean, Isaiah Jackson, a lock of these 3, right? Who's the other one?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
I know.
Give me a dart throw at Terrence Davis with Monk out.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'd go there too, especially because Jordan McLaughlin's back for Minnesota. Mikal Bridges or Dinwiddie, TST, pick that one.
Mikal.
Wait, your mic cut out. What'd you say?
Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges. That was hilarious. It was like, as you said, it cut out. Ghost, Capella or Brolo?
Oh, man. I'd still go Brolo. I'm high on Brolo.
There we go. Yeah, I'm still high on him too. All right, I think Hauser's still good. Hauser is still good. He needs to hit all the shots. Olynyk or Terrence Mann? Give me Olynyk. Triple J, Shaden Sharp, and Hauser. That can't be. You just playing them all? What do you? I don't. That can't be an either or. It's definitely Triple J if that's the case. All right, we gotta stop. We have to get out of here. We gotta finish. We're an hour in. Everybody's gonna finish their lineups. Real quick. Let's spin this thing. So last call, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag GameOver3. Shout out GameOver3 one more time for shipping the limited contender this week with a wild ass lineup. Had 275 plus spots. I appreciate it. So it's a JT Thor. It's going to be a JT Thor we're giving away. And then a JaVale McGee. 2 different rare. Win this thing. Shoot me a DM at Mike Zakarian or in the Discord. Let's spin this shit. Here we go. If you haven't entered it yet, you still can. Get it in there. This one's for the JaVale McGee right here. Who's it going to be? Oh, Travel Addict Guy. Let's go. He's been around forever. So that was JaVale McGee is going to Travel Addict Guy. Top Shot Tesla said, Whistleblowers a must listen for any Hoops Head. Nice get, Mike. TST, thoughts on the Raptors' inactivity and Pirtle potential for the rest of the season? How are we feeling?
I think Pirtle will take a little time. It's going to be I think his cap's going to go down and he'll be a good play in maybe 1 or 2 game weeks after the All-Star game.
Yeah, he means more like what the hell are the Raptors doing, I think. All right, we're spinning it for the second one. This is for, I forget who the other one was. Weather balloons taking down the internet. I forget who the, wait, we said JaVale McGee and, JT Thor. This is for JT Thor. Carol, let's go, Carol, who asked a question earlier. Shout out, Carol. All right, everybody, for TST, for Ghost, best of luck this game week. Make sure you join the Discords. Make sure you check out Lucky Trader's piece every week. It's very helpful. Gives you a nice little primer for the week. Make sure you're checking out TST's videos and threads because that's usually where I get most of my information and then regurgitate it, but make it seem like it's my own. Plagiarism, bitches. We out.